Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit the like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon. And if you go for annual membership, you do save some money, and there is plenty of trade ideas that is about to come in next couple sessions. Now, what is going on in the market? Well, Friday Dow was down a little bit, nothing big. It was just a slow day on Friday, but you can see right here, Trump certainly can fire Fed Chair Powell. He's not doing it, just talking about it. And also, Powell, so far, there is no signs of any resignation. He's not resigning. Now, Trump announces 30% tariff on EU and Mexico starting August 1st. So, is that going to trigger a sell off? I think it would trigger a sell off, especially when he started these tariffs back in April, right? But now that all these pause and extension, market kind of thinks that, well, he's saying that he's going to do this and that, but we all know that end of the day he's gonna just pause or extend and just gonna walk back on all these things. So that is why the market is still up and trading near all-time highs. Now, Friday, Dow was down 0.63%, Nasdaq slightly down 0.22%, S&P down 0.33%, and Russell going down the most 1.38%. 11 sectors, energy led the way on top, consumer cyclical, basic materials, and then we got laggard down here, healthcare, financial, and even technology. Stock market map, well, Nvidia again doing the job and sitting at an all-time high, up 0.5%, Google up 1.45%, Amazon up 1.24%. Prime Day is over, so we'll see how that works out tomorrow, Monday. Tesla was up 1.18%. Apple down just over 0.5%. And software names got hit on Friday big time, especially you can see CRM and now also got a big hit. Microsoft going up 0.37%, and Nvidia, like I said, going up 0.5%. And now let's talk about Nvidia stock. So Nvidia was up on Friday and we closed near the high. You can see 165 almost. Also, if you guys are subscribed to my channel, you already know, I talked about it in my video that there are a lot of calls coming in for 165, 160, and even 180. So if these people actually took profit, we got close to almost 170 here. I think we might see some sort of a pullback on Nvidia. And you can see we got inverted hammer right here on Nvidia on Friday. From the highs, came back and up 0.5%, but there is an upper wick on this candle. So Nvidia, can we afford a pullback? Absolutely we can. Even if we come all the way down to like 144, that would be a fantastic pullback, possibly a buying opportunity at that point. So Nvidia, most valuable company right now on earth, $4 trillion market cap, guys. That is huge. So Nvidia is still going up and the market cap still at 4T. So if this thing continues, it can definitely push up to 180. But below 165, I mean, you can see there is a gap down here just under 160. It can come down to retest that 160 range. And if that gives up, we might be even retesting this trend line, which is at 156 to 155. And there is that previous all-time high, which can act as a big support right here, 153 on Nvidia. Apple stock is down 0.59% on Friday, and you can see it was trying to close right here. As a matter of fact, we did close over this 211 range, which is the 5-day moving average, and now it's trading just under that after closing on Friday. So Apple here definitely trying to hold around 211, which is this 5-day moving average. And you can see, I mean, it's going to run. I think it's going to run. And why? Because we have a bull trend on Apple stock right now. And what's happening here on Apple stock, you can see the 20-day, this white line is crossing above this 50-day moving average. What happened last time when that happened? Well, let's have a look back. And you will see that right here, what happened before. We got that cross over that 50-day moving average, and then this bull trend started, and it just kept going all the way up to 260. So that is what's happening on Apple stock. Is it gonna get there this week? Absolutely not. I don't think so. But over time, if things can hold up on Apple stock, we will see a big move to the upside. Now, going into Monday's session, 211, that's your key line in the sand. Below that, 207, 204, and then right here at a flat 200 to 198. To the upside, 211 can hold. We can possibly retest that 214 to 215 zone where we got rejection multiple times already here and before right here twice. So if we can get over that, definitely this gap will likely to get filled right here at 221, and then it can even retest top of this range, which is at 225. On Google stock, it's up 1.46%. So Google was fantastic right here on this day. I actually bought shares of Google right here at 175, and we sold on Friday for a really nice profit because market's sitting at all-time high. I don't want to risk everything holding all the calls and then holding shares. It's always better to take some profit, some money off the table because this thing can go up. Don't get me wrong. That's not why I sold. This thing can go up because the market's sitting at all-time high. If there is a pullback that we get tomorrow or this week or next week or a couple days later, everything will likely to come down, right? That is why I took profit on this play. And this thing got up to 181. So it's sitting right here at 181, pretty much at this level where we got rejection before. If we can stay here and just find as this level as support 181 to 182, it can possibly push up to 184, and then this gap will likely to come into play right here at 204 at some point. Pullback happens on Google, there will be support at 178, 176, and then key level to watch right here at 170. On Meta, it's down 1.34%. So Meta is down, but you can see right here, just like what happened here, just consolidating, and just, a down day, that does not mean that it's going to crash. We got bunch of gaps to the downside, but so far, I mean, we got this extreme V-shaped recovery here on Meta, and there is no signs of any sort of a big pullback that's going to come. Now, do keep that in mind. End of this month, a lot of these big names are going to report earnings, including Meta. So now, where this thing can go, you can see right on my screen that 712 is the 20-day moving average, and we did hold that level. And you can see a bunch of rejection here as well. So that 710 to 711 right here, that's going to be an important level here on Meta. Underneath that, you'll see a flush down to 699 to close the gap. That should be a gap fill reversal. That should be a support. But if that gives up, the next one down here at 682. Now, if Meta breaks over this, moving average right here, 723-ish, 722, 723, then it can push back up to previous all-time highs, which is going to be this one around 739, and then this new one, which is at almost 748, and possibly can go on and make brand new all-time highs. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.24%. So the prime days are over. And now Amazon can still make a move up to 230, possibly up to even 236 to close this gap. We do have a bull trend. Things are slowly going up. We saw some high volume on Friday. So that is a bullish case on Amazon. As long as this thing can hold over, these rejection level right here, which is at 224, 223, it can push up to 230 easily. And then this gap comes into play 236. Below 223 to 24, watch for the support 5-day moving average right here, 222.53. And if that gives up, it will possibly come down right here at 218, 216, and then this gap comes into play on bottom, 210.39 on Amazon. On AMD, it's up 1.57%. So AMD, we talked about it in my video. This was a bull flag pattern. We broke out and we gapped up last week. And especially on Friday, this thing ran and ran all the way up to 147 and closing pretty much near highs right here. But this level here, guys, this could be a double top. But if we get over that 147, definitely there is a gap near 158. And it can possibly go up here and close this gap. So AMD definitely on a big bull run. As soon as we get over this range right here, 147, 148, it can push higher. And now the Bollinger Band will allow the stock to move higher. It's sitting at 152 now, and it will continue to move up. Now to the downside, if this thing comes back and fills the gap at 140, definitely that could be a buying opportunity right here, as long as the support holds. But if that does not hold, the next big support will be down here at 135, 20-day moving average, and then we can see more downside on AMD. Netflix was down on Friday, not even 0.5%, and they do have earnings this week. So whatever I say and whatever I do here on Netflix, especially when it comes to analysis, does not really matter because earnings will move the stock, and it's this week, guys. So there is gonna be a big move on Netflix. Now, considering how much this thing went up, I don't know what they're gonna say on earnings call. So playing this would be suicidal. Netflix, we got that pullback. I think it can reach 1200, 1216 to retest 50-day moving average. And if it gets under that, we might even come down to 1163. To the upside, there will be now a strong resistance at 1270. If that breaks, it's heading back up to 1300. On Tesla stock, it's up 1.17%. So on this dip, I only bought a couple shares and I got out, guys. I mean, I don't like holding Tesla when I'm buying at 280, 290. When it's at 200, 250, 235, maybe under 200, that's when I can hold for 350, 400. But I got out of my shares and locked in profit, and Tesla was up once again on Friday. We made decent money on it, $17 per share. So that is a good trade. And all these trades, not only shares, like a lot of people think when I call for Patreon that, oh, you guys only do options. No, we do shares. I do a lot of shares buying and selling. And way to make money, but it requires a lot of patience. And if you don't have that, that's not for you. Options are gambling. Whether you're really good at it or not, it's still gambling, and it's more risky than buying shares, especially on a stock like Tesla. So if you're really serious, definitely consider looking at Patreon because these types of trades. If you get one and you're buying shares, you're good for at least 2 weeks because $17 per share, and if you're buying decent amount in shares, that's like two paycheck you're getting just holding few days. How many days? 3, 4, 5 days. But you have to know when to buy and when to hold. You cannot buy here. You cannot buy here and then hold it. There were people before buying here and saying they've been monitoring Tesla for a long time, and guess what happened? Well, as soon as they got in, boom, down to 200, right? So you have to know when is a good time to enter Tesla and when is good time to just exit and maybe wait for pullback to re-enter. So Tesla, you can see it's actually fighting against these negative sloping moving averages right here. So 320, I would say right here, these moving averages, if we can clear that, then we have a shot to 330, possibly 346, and even higher. Now there is a well target that is at 350 on Tesla, so who knows, we might get there at some point. We also have earnings coming up on the 23rd, so keep that in mind. And sales are not good, so I don't know what Elon's going to cook up and deliver on this earnings call. It's definitely not great. To the downside, that 300 level, that's going to be a key zone to watch if this thing pulls back. Below that, it can come down to 290 to 280, right down here where we held before. And that's a big level on Tesla if this thing gets that pullback all the way down to 280. On Microsoft, it's up 0.37%. So Microsoft, I think it's just getting exhausted. I mean, you can see, I mean, these moves that, Microsoft getting now, one day up, the next day down, and then it goes up. I mean, pretty much trading in a range. So Microsoft here, 500-year key line in the sand. We did close that gap, and I know we played puts on the brand new all-time high. I think that was on Wednesday, but I did not play on Friday because this thing came down and closed the gap and then went back up to 503, trading over 500. So if this thing remains over 500, guys, well target for Microsoft at 510, it can possibly go there. And now the Bollinger Band also sitting near 510. So it would allow the stock to move even higher. Below 500, there is going to be support at 495, 490, which is this white line, 20-day on your screen. And underneath that level, you're going to see a flush down to 481. And that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated tomorrow night.